Back at it here at Shamrock Fighting Championships as we move into our middleweight title fight of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is brought to you by Martin Jetco Heating and Air Conditioning. This is for the middleweight title of Shamrock FC. Let's bring out Kevin Roper.
Kevin Roper makes his way to the cage tonight from Carlisle, Illinois. He fights out of the very tough CMMA fighting systems. The wrestler sports a 4-2 record. He is a 3-time state qualifier. He is a Lincoln College wrestler. Although he may be coming off a loss to Dustin Fisher, who was supposed to take this fight and could not due to injury, he was ready to step up. He had a great camp for this fight. Also, he found that cutting weight for this fight was much easier as he changed up his diet and got his nutrition in order.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big 185er. I mean, he stands at 6'3". Now, his wrestling, we're going to see if he can use his wrestling against Shaun Scott. Shaun Scott's really big, strong. You know, he's the middleweight champion. He's the middleweight champion for a reason.
Most definitely. Look for Kevin Roper to try to watch those takedowns. He wants to shoot. He wants to get those. He wants to block the big shots, and he wants to control the pace.
Let's bring out his opponent tonight and current middleweight champion, Shaun Scott.
Shaun Scott always has the best walkout music. Very, very interesting stuff there coming from him. The Freestyle Fighters comes to us by way of Scott Health and Fitness. He sports a 9-2 record. He is an absolutely incredible athlete. He is a world champion gymnast. As we go to our tail of the tape, Kevin Roper, 22 years old, 6'3", 184 pounds, out of Carlisle, Illinois. Shaun Scott, 27 years old, 5'10", 183 pounds, out of St. Louis, Missouri. Now, as I was saying, Shaun is one of those guys. He is the consummate athlete. He actually was looking to make the Olympic team in the trampoline event of gymnastics. He has competed in strongman events in St. Louis, taking the silver medal in his weight class in the overall. He is an incredibly powerful individual.
Yeah, I mean, you can just tell by looking at his physique. I mean, he looks in great shape.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is for the middleweight title. Tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, he stands 6 feet, 3 inches tall, weighs in at 184.8 pounds. Fighting out of Carlisle, Illinois, Kevin Roper. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 5 feet, 10 inches tall, weighs in at 183.5 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Shaun Scott.
Referee Mike England has the call for this middleweight title fight. A touch of the gloves, and here we go. Shaun Scott comes out firing, but Kevin Roper landing some of his own.
Yeah, Shaun Scott's coming out of there throwing.
Oh my goodness, big knees from both fighters. Oh, big right hand from Roper.
Shaun's very heavily muscled, and you know, sometimes when you see that with fighters, it can tend to gas out quickly, especially if they're expending a lot of energy right off the bat.
Which they both definitely are. Now, of course, Shaun Scott is always in amazing shape, but Roper is doing really well here at blocking those shots and landing those knees to the solar plexus.
Shaun's going to have a hard time, I mean, with that reach, trying to get inside and take him down. I mean, Roper's also, you know, an established wrestler.
Oh,
I mean,
big kick from Scott.
Looks like he might get him down. Roper's trying to walk back up, trying to get up.
Scott looking to potentially taking his back here. Just 1 minute down here in our middleweight title fight this evening.
Roper looking for the switch.
Nice.
Bails on it, tries to break the grip. Doing a good job breaking the grip around the waist. Scott needs to do something, needs to drag him down. Oh, he transitions to a single leg. But Roper with that switch gets back on, gets on top position.
Definitely
Great
seeing
job.
the wrestling coming out of Roper there.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job here. Using his leverage and his length in this fight. Scott's getting pushed up against cage. Looks like Roper's got a front choke or a guillotine. Oh, he just ate a big knee, a couple of punches. Scott just looks to be pushing those punches, though.
Scott is definitely doing very well here at weathering the storm as we are under 1 minute remaining here in round one.
But it doesn't really look, you know, to be any type of power on his punches. He's throwing them, but he's not throwing them from his chin. He's just pushing them out there. While Roper is actually connecting with some big shots. Both guys here with that head collar tie up. Scott throwing some punches to the body.
Roper landing, coming straight through.
Some big shots from Roper.
Roper definitely looks to be throwing the harder punches here.
Oh, nice body kick. Nice jab there from Scott. Oh, another nice body
Nice
shot.
knees there coming from Roper.
Another big uppercut.
What a great first round here in this middleweight title fight.
It's a real exciting first round there, Jeremy. Kind of reminded me of Don Fry and that big Japanese guy in Pride, where they're just holding each other in that collar tie up, swinging for the fences on both of each other.
Absolutely. Now, if you were in the corner of Shaun Scott, what are you telling him after eating most of those shots coming through?
What, you know, I tell him to move his head a little bit more, use a little more footwork, don't rush right in and walk into his punches and try to take all his, you know, you're taking a lot of damage trying to walk in like that.
As we are looking here at our instant replay, again, both collar ties coming in, lots of shots and a lot of damage coming from Roper.
Yeah, and Scott's just trying to rely more on his strength and try to pressure him to get him to the fence so he can get him down. He needs to change it up, use his jab, use footwork, head movement, set up his punches, and then transition to a takedown.
Here we go, ready for round two. Referee Mike Anglin calls the fighters as they get the doors closed in our middleweight title fight of the night. Again, a touch of the glove, show of respect here, and Scott comes out swinging.
Yeah, he's just trying to bull forward, but you know, that strategy is not going to work every time with every fighter.
And he definitely seems to be eating the knees of Kevin Roper.
You know, Roper is also, you know, he's an accredited wrestler. You know, if you try to run in on a wrestler like that, that's bad news. He's stuffing the takedowns, he's making him pay with knees to the body.
Lots of action still to come here from River City Casino. We still have our co-main event of Eric Irving and Josh Weston to come. We also have our main event, Kevin Engel taking on Bellator vet Kyle Kurtz.
Oh, looks like Roper there went for a knee trip. Got it. He's got the back of Shaun Scott. Scott needs to do something. He needs to turn. He needs to get out of that position. Oh, he's riding his back really well. He looks like he might be losing that position, though. Roper's losing that position. He's trying to hold that back position, that turtle position.
Roper definitely trying to ride out the champion here. Got those hooks in. He's starting to land some hammer fists.
Thing is, Roper's so long. He's got those long legs. It's so hard to maneuver with those long legs on the ground. Roper again looking for that switch. He's doing a really good job of scrambling, forcing the scramble there on Shaun Scott.
He is absolutely out wrestling the champion tonight. Halfway through round two.
Oh, nice reversal there by Shaun Scott, but he ends up between his legs.
Scott beginning to push forward here. Roper looking to try to control that ankle.
Scott needs to flatten him out. Looks like Scott's going to take his back.
Oh, this could be bad for Roper.
Roper's not doing anything from that position, that turtle position. He needs to find a way out of there. He needs to get Scott off his back.
1 minute remaining here in round two of our middleweight title fight.
So Scott's trying to sink in that rear naked choke. He needs to get his balance, though. He's losing it. He's losing the position on his back. He needs to adjust his position and get that other hook in. Looks like Roper's out, though.
Roper doing a good job here of defending as we're reaching 30 seconds in round 2.
Roper needs to get that foot off his hip. Oh, he does a good job of peeking out.
Again, taking the back of the champion.
Nice job. Oh, nice job by Scott reversing that position. Now he's in mount.
Scott ends in mount. 10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds
Starts
left.
to do damage.
He's dropping some hurt bombs there at the last 10 seconds.
Very much so.
Helps his partner up off the floor. I'm sorry, his opponent, excuse me.
Great show of respect there. Again, Jeremy Johnson along with 9-time UFC vet and M1 Global contender Luigi Fioravante. Big fight here as we get ready to move into our 3rd round. How do you see the fight so far, Luigi?
Man, it's a really close fight. I got to give the first round to Roper. That 2nd round, man, I'm glad I'm not a judge for this fight because, I mean, it was back and forth. You know, they were both 4th and scrambles, both reversing each other, you know, taking each other's backs. So, I mean, that 2nd round was really close to call, you know. Truthfully, I don't know myself.
It's a very, very hard fight to call here as we get ready for round 3 in our middleweight title fight. Here we go, 3rd and final round. Lots of action coming out of Roper. Big shot there landed on Shaun Scott. Shaun is just reaching for him at the moment and getting eaten.
Yeah, he's just driving in. That was all muscle right there. That was a big double leg, but I mean, he just muscled that. Really, he's just a big ball of muscle, isn't he?
He very much so. He is doing a great job, though, here maintaining the cardio that he needs in this fight. But right now, he's in a great position.
Yeah, he's doing really good, holding that side control position. Roper needs to, you know, do something, create some space, get back to his knees, force a scramble, get out of there some way, somehow. Shaun Scott trying to transition to mount. Goes to scarf hold.
Needs to start definitely landing some shots here in this position.
Now, even though Roper is a taller fighter, Scott looks like to be the bigger fighter in this match.
Roper is doing an amazing job here of out wrestling. Lands the rear naked.
Sinks in a rear naked choke. But he doesn't have his back all the way. Oh, he gives up the position. Wow, that was close.
Nice.
Nice survival skills by Shaun Scott.
Shaun Scott doing a great job here, back on top after that scare. Halfway through round 3. Boy, this one is going to be a tough one to call if it goes to the judges.
Yes, it is.
Both fighters now holding position, just kind of trading back and forth little shots here.
Yeah, Shaun Scott's just throwing little pop shots here, trying to, you know, score points on the judges' scorecards. Roper needs to do something here to take this round. He needs to sweep him. He needs to get up.
Scott doing a good job here of blocking the sweep that Roper's trying to lay in there.
He's doing some nasty hammer fists there from the bottom.
Under 1 minute remaining here in round 3.
Let's keep it up, guys. Just make some noise.
Roper needs to get his feet on his hips and push him off him. I mean, his hips aren't even Shaun Scott's hips aren't even forward. Really, he's just leaning forward. He's off balance. Roper needs to do something.
Roper has got to do something to get out of this position. Under 30 seconds remaining here in round 3.
Looks like Shaun Scott's trying to go for, oh no, he looks to pass, he takes his back. Nice job there by Shaun Scott.
Under 10 seconds remaining here in the fight.
Settles in the mount position. Raining down some punches.
Big shots coming from the champion. And that is the end of the fight, ladies and gentlemen. What action for our middleweight title fight.
That was a close fight, Jeremy, but I think Shaun Scott stole it.
I tell you, it's going to come down, I think, to round 2.
could. It could. You know, that round 2, you know, there was a lot of back and forth. I thought Roper won the first, Shaun Scott won the third.
It's always interesting to see what the judges say.
Let's see if Shaun Scott did enough to regain the title.
As we look at our instant replay here, we see Shaun Scott taking the mountain, start to rain down those big shots. Will it be enough for Shaun Scott to retain that title, ladies and gentlemen? We shall see. Will we see the backflip tonight? Definitely great show of respect from both fighters as we see the belt is in. Shamrock FC President Jesse Finney in the cage, congratulating both fighters. Definitely more action to come here as we still have our co-main event and main event of the evening along with our entire main card, ladies and gentlemen. This action hasn't stopped in our biggest fight in 18 years of business here at Shamrock FC Mayhem. We are about ready to render that decision, so let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Bear to give us our results.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards tonight, let's give both of these fighters a round of applause. Going to the scorecards tonight, we score at 29-28, Judge 1, 29-28, Judge 2, and 28-29, Judge 3, for a split decision win out of the red corner. Give it up for Shaun Scott.
Shaun Scott retains his title, gets the backflip in, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Had to do two just
Shamrock
in case.
FC President Jesse Finney is in the ring. And when you win with Shamrock FC, you stay with Shamrock FC. He's about ready to hand out a 3-fight contract to Shaun Scott. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Shaun Scott gets that 3-fight contract here in Shamrock FC. A lot of action done and more to come, and we'll be right back here at Shamrock FC Mayhem.